Hey guys, it's Sohi here. Today I want to go over the back extension with you guys. Now when we think of the back extension, we normally think of the variation that works your back, your erectors. But I actually want to go over 3 different ways to do this exercise depending on what muscles you want to hit. The first variation is the standard back extension. This variation is the one that most people do. It hits your erectors, your glutes, your hamstrings. So with this one, you want to have the pad right at around hip level. For me, this is the lowest notch. Your feet right up against the foot padding. Your toes are pointed straight down, so don't flare them out. And then from here, I start with my hands at the bottom across my chest. So this is the mummy position. You can also have hands behind the head, which make it a little more difficult, but I'll show you the mummy position first. So at the bottom, you want to feel a good stretch in the hamstrings. And as you come up, think of generating a big glute squeeze and creating a straight line with your body at the top, like this. So stretch in the hamstring at the bottom, squeeze at the top, straight line. You can also do this with a dumbbell. I would hold it right up at the chest. You don't want to hold it down here because it makes it a little bit too easy. So hold it right up here. But otherwise, everything's the same. Stretch at the bottom, squeeze at the top. And that's what your reps look like for the standard back extension. The next variation is the glute dominant variation. Now, if you're interested in working your glutes, this is the kind of back extension that you should be doing more often. The setup is similar to the standard back extension in that the padding is right under your hips again, except your feet, instead of pointing straight forward this time, you're actually going to flare them out. So this is the standard foot position, and you're going to point them out, or think of heels in, that works too. And at the bottom of the movement, instead of just hanging out down here, you're going to actively round your upper back. And it's going to stay rounded throughout the entire range of motion. So I start here, hands across my chest, rounded. And as I come up, think of squeezing your glutes, finish the rep with your glutes, and you're going to finish right up here. Notice how I don't extend at the top, I stay rounded. And I know it would look like, for a lot of people, it looks like you're not actually finishing the rep, like you're doing like 3/4 reps, but this, with the glute variation, this is the way to do it. So as you come up, think of thrusting your hips into the pad and squeeze and down. So when you do them the regular pace, they're actually pretty fast, powerful reps. I normally do sets of 20 to 30 at a time, so here's what they would look like. The bottom here, toes pointed out. And then when you do them this way, by actively rounding your upper back, you are posteriorly pelvic tilting, which then takes the erectors out of the equation and puts all the emphasis on your glutes. Now the last variation works the erectors. Now I don't ever use this variation because my primary interest is on building my glutes. But if for whatever reason you want to work your erectors, here's what you want to do. So you want to bring the padding up a few notches. This one hits right at my belly button, and you want your toes pointing straight forward. So from right here, I'm going to flex the spine, hands across the chest, get down. Notice how I'm rounded over. As I come up, extend the spine and come down. Now when I do these, my natural inclination, because I've been doing the glute variation for so long, is to bring myself up with my glutes and squeeze and round the upper back. But that's not what you want to do. You want to think of using your erectors to bring yourself up like this. So up, you want to flex the spine, extend the spine, flex the spine. So that is the variation that works the erectors. Now I've showed you the 3 different ways to do back extensions. I want to talk about set and rep schemes for how to implement this in your workout. So for the standard variation, you might want to do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps with a dumbbell with approximately 2 minutes in between sets. For the glute emphasis, I like to do 3 sets of 20 to 30 reps. And remember, those are quick reps. With those, I rest shorter. So 45 seconds to a minute is good for me for working the glutes. And then for the erector variation, you might do 3 sets of 20 reps with body weight with about 45 seconds to a minute in between sets. So hopefully this video will help you further customize your training program to your individual needs. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.